Now to invite Paulina Alcazar from Encadena News to ask the next question.
Muchas gracias y gracias por responder a mi pregunta. La pandemia y el hecho de que la gente no pueda salir realmente ha impactado la forma en que la gente piensa sobre la enfermedad. Pero algunas personas ahora sienten que hay una falsa sensación de seguridad. ¿Cómo podemos asegurarnos de que las personas no sientan que ya no está pasando nada y que continúen cuidando de sí mismas?
It's a great question right now because many people, we're 10 months into a pandemic that we are still learning about. And we know that this virus can be very, very dangerous. It is a very dangerous virus. There are many ways in which we could prevent that from happening. So we need to try everything that we can to do three things. One is to prevent infections from happening in the first place. And there's a lot that we know on how to do that. Part of that is an individual responsibility that each of us has in terms of what we do throughout our day, the decisions that we make, where we live, knowing where the virus is, practice physical distancing, hand hygiene, respiratory etiquette, avoiding crowded spaces and closed settings, and preventing ourselves, if we are infected, to pass it to somebody else, following local guidance. I think it's important that everybody understands that they are important in this pandemic, and everyone has a role to play in this pandemic, no matter where you live and no matter where you are, regardless of the situation that you're in. Because viruses don't respect borders, and because if we allow it to spread, it will, we each have a responsibility to be able to play our part. But I think there are a lot of people that are frustrated at that it's 10 months on and we have a long way to go. But I think it's important people understand that there are things that they need to continue to do to be able to protect themselves.
Just to complement what Maria said, it's really what is important is everybody needs to assess the risk of transmission. And as we have probably said many times already, there are three conditions that really are increasing the risk. It's when you are in crowded spaces, when it's a closed space as well with very limited ventilation. And so these are places where there is an increased risk to get the virus.